Welcome to Grace Today, a daily vlog designed to encourage you and equip you with the Word of God. Let's begin. Well, today we're continuing to work our way through the minor prophets with a look at the book of Habakkuk. In the book of Habakkuk, we have just a really interesting view of God and his interactions with the prophets. What's the overall purpose of the book of Habakkuk? Well, I would say God uses Habakkuk to expose his righteousness, the end of evil, and a life that comes through faith. Now, he does this in a very interesting way, and it really gets to how we break down the book. We would break down the book into three parts, close to the chapters, but you'll see the first part kind of extends into chapter 2. But the book begins with this dialogue, this Q&A of sorts between the prophet Habakkuk and Yahweh. So that is chapter 1, if you want to kind of loosely outline the book. It really goes through the first few verses of chapter 2, but then most of chapter 2 is these oracles of woe that are given by God through the prophet, and they're just calling out the sins of the people and calling out drunkenness and injustice and murder and extortion, all these things. It's this series of woe that show that God hates evil, God hates wickedness. And then in chapter 3, we have the prophetic prayer of Habakkuk, where he shows his concern, much like he did in the first chapter with this Q&A with the Lord, but he shows a concern for the sins of the people, for the sins of the Babylonians. He himself is concerned about sin and wanting release from sin. So it really is an interesting book. Just kind of a side note, we use Habakkuk to determine how to read the postscripts and superscripts of the Psalms. You can see in there kind of a pattern for how to do that, and that's why even though our English Bibles have the directions for the choir director, sometimes with the wrong Psalms, they're usually after the Psalm, whereas the explanation is above. Just a fun little side note there, but it really is an amazing book because it has this dialogue, it has these oracles that we're used to with all the prophets, but then it also has the prayer of the prophet. What would we say are the key redemptive texts in the book of Habakkuk? Well, I would point you to the key one would be chapter 2, verse 4, and it reads, "Behold, as for the proud one, his soul is not right within him, but the righteous shall live by his faith." This is pure gospel right here. Righteousness comes by faith. The righteous live by faith. If you want to take someone to the Old Testament and tell them about salvation by grace through faith, take them to Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4. It shows us that righteousness cannot come from ourselves. We are evil. We do evil continually. In fact, if we don't realize that we need a righteousness outside ourselves, we're like the proud in the first half of the book, whose heart and soul is not right within us. But the righteous live by faith. What a great verse. And of course, the New Testament appeals to this for teaching justification by faith as well. So that's the book of Habakkuk. Again, we're with a short book today, so I hope this gives you opportunity to catch up on your reading as we come towards the end of the Old Testament and begin the New Testament. What a blessing it has been to go through this study. I love you, Grace Community. I'm praying for you. Have a great day. Thanks for tuning in to the Grace Today vlog. For more information on Grace Community Baptist Church in Elgin, Texas, or how you can support this ministry, check out the links in the description below. See you tomorrow.